Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram and over on Facebook at Me Crafty Scrapper Creates. I wanted to join in on the Get Messy May challenge. It's mostly over on Instagram. I'm not sure if there's any YouTube videos from any of these collaborators yet, but I just wanted to get in on this because I love messy stuff and I love things that are not perfect, and that is what the Get Messy May challenge is all about. You've got some prompts here. This I got from Get Messy Art Journal on Instagram. They have this kind of prompt sheet up on their page. And I just printed it out, and it says daily-ish. I like that too, because I might get to every one of these 31 prompts, and I might not. It's just according to how life goes. But daily-ish journaling challenge for imperfect creatives. So that sounds a lot like me. And I just love some of the stuff that they've been doing. They've had a different collaborator, a different Instagrammer to make something for each day. But I have been really watching Meg Journals on Instagram, and I know that she has YouTube also. She makes the most beautiful journals and glue books I've ever seen in my life, and just puts random things together, and when she gets done it's like perfection, and I so wish I could do that, but I'm not there yet. I try daily though. And for the prompts, what I did, and I hadn't went through all of them yet, but what I like to do when I'm given a prompt sheet is go through and kind of put my ideas beside them. So all of this handwritten stuff is me. Number one, the first day it says new. So that could be anything, and I'm going to make my new part for day one my signature, because it will be a new signature when I get it together. So that'll be my new thing. So, you know, instead of going new, old, borrowed, and blue, we're going with 31 different prompts here. So day two is expand. And I thought, let's do a longer piece of paper in the signature with a tuck in it. So something that can expand out, a fold out in my signature, and I'll have a tuck put in there too. So these kind of monthly prompts, monthly challenges like this helps you to get a project together, and then that way all you have to do at the end of this month is put in your pictures, your memorabilia, your handwriting, your journaling, whatever else you want to do to finish it up. And these prompts help you kind of decorate each page or put something down on each page in your signature, so when you get to the end you're not just left with a blank journal. You've got it all set up and you're ready just to add in little knickknacks and whatever else you want to put in there and do some journaling, maybe stamp some dates through there, and then you've got a finished journal. I'm not going to be making the cover today. My cover is going to be for May 22nd, that 22nd day. It says identity, and I'm going to give my journal or glue book an identity with a cover. So that's going to be when I make the cover for this. So that's just some of my ideas about what I want to do, and like I said, I've still got to write some. 26 gonna be really easy for me. Y'all know I love me some scrap busting, so that's gonna be easy. 16 I feel like will be very easy. Love making me some clusters. Let's see, for my birthday is renewal, and I just thought it's spring around here in Alabama. Renewal, maybe some florals on that page. Sounds really good to me. So I got out one pack of things that I got from my Temu haul, and it had a bunch of like stationery pages in it. I'm going to have those if I want to add them to my signature. I got some little postcard pieces, little note paper piece, a piece from that stationery pack, and another piece from that stationery pack. Love that. I got a glassine bag, a medium glassine bag, book page. I had someone to send me some older ad print and newsprint, things like that, and so I made a copy of that. I'm going to put that in there. This is one of Miss Betty Ann Renfro's digitals. I'm going to leave that as is. I'm not cutting out those letters. I'm going to cut it down some, and that's going to be one of my pages. I think this is also Miss Betty Ann Renfro. It's a music page that I printed on some ivory or cream looking paper. These two invoices were also sent to me, and I just made a copy of them on a piece of old paper back behind it. I just thought that was interesting, so I made a copy of that in my printer, and here is another one of those examples. And then I have some dyed paper that someone sent me, a piece of my food color dyed paper. This is some thicker like tissue paper, almost kind of like drawing paper. And then this is just a piece of really thin paper bag, maybe like wrapping paper, the thin craft color wrapping paper. That's what that is. So I'm just going to kind of assemble my signature. Like it says, get messy May. I don't want this perfection. I don't want this, I don't want all the pages all the same size. I want it nice and messy. So here we go. We're going to assemble this. So is anybody else that is watching my video, did you see this challenge on Instagram, and are you going to participate in it? I think I'm wanting to make mine a little smaller than a regular, than a regular half sheet journal. So I'm going to make mine smaller. I'm going to cut this down. To about there, and a little thinner also. So I'm going to go about 4, and I'll just get my scissors and cut the rest of that off. My guillotine trimmer decided it didn't want to cut the rest. That's fine. And yes, I'm putting the rest of that in my scrap pile. Now all of my pages are not going to be this size. I just wanted this piece that size. So that is that and a little shorter, maybe a little bit wider, but that's going to be the tallest. That's going to be my template for the tallest my pages need to be. But then of course the rest of them I'll be able to talk in a moment. Can be, oh, there it is. Miss Estelle, Loye, is the one who had sent this to me. And that is my mother's handwriting. So I do believe I'm going to include that in my signature. How sweet is that? So I'm going to go about here. Of course, now Mama would say, oh, you don't need to put my handwriting in your journal. She has never liked her handwriting, her own handwriting. I'm like, too bad, too sad, it's going in there. Okay, I like that. I'm getting messy, y'all, getting messy. So I'm just going to fold this little stationery piece in half. And add that there. Looking good so far. Okay, now these are some little small pages. I'm going to wait for them for last. That one is the same size as that one, so I'm going to, well, let's see here. That one is a full piece, I think. Yes, it is. So I need to cut this one down. Widest one I do. There we go. That's too thin to keep. I'm tossing that one. Okay. I'm going to add just a few more pieces before I add that on. going to fold this book page and add that on. I like that. You open it up, you got that. Pretty. Okay, I'm going to cut these down. Let me just get out my trimmer and do all 3 of these at the same time. I think I'm going to use this one as my guide, and let's lop off some of that. And then I'll just fold them in half and see what we need. I'm thinking that these 2 papers, since they're so much alike, need to be separated a little bit. So I'm going to do that piece, and I do want this closer to the middle. So let's do one of our little postcards here. And then we can put that there. Okay, that'll look good. And let's add this other postcard here, or postcard piece. It's not an actual postcard, it's not that thick. Oh, I love that. Okay, go ahead and add this here. That may be a little taller than I actually want it, so I'm going to trim that down one more time on this edge. And add that there. I like that. Let's move this piece down some. Okay, and then, yep, that's better. And maybe this piece here. And we'll add extensions and pockets and things onto these little pages to bulk them up just a little bit. But that's how it's going to go right at this moment. Okay, I'm going to fold this music paper. And this will go about there. I'm good with it being taller than that piece because I don't want them all the same. So that works out. I need to trim these 2 down. Now, as far as the number of pages I'm putting in the signature, somebody might be thinking, okay, when you gonna stop? I need at least 31 pages in this journal for each prompt. Now, each page might not be just a one-sided page. I might want 2 pages, a full layout for each day. So like the floral page I'm wanting to make, I might want to do florals all the way across, not just on the left page. So that's why I'm adding extra into mine. And I love how that turned out. I don't care that it's white on the back side. And I think I want to add this in here, just to have it as an interior, like that. And then I'm going to put that there. Cute. So let me look and see if I'm going to need, ooh, I will put the glassine bag in there somewhere. Let's put the glassine bag there, just so we can have a pocket in there. And I need to trim off the bottom of this so I can have a pocket on both sides. Okay. Add that glassine bag there. And these there. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So yeah, I've got plenty already. Even if I want to do a couple of double layouts. I'm going to look at this, and I think I want to add this to the outside just to be a little shorter here. So I need to fold it there, and I need to trim it there. And that will be the outside of my signature. I need to turn it around so I can see. And then that'll be all that I add to this one. And a beautiful piece of scrap to add to my bowl. And if I fold it like this, let's make sure that it's not too tall. I think I do want to cut it down just a touch. Let's just tear it. And I'm keeping that. I broke my own rule with that one because that one's probably shorter than or smaller than my pinky finger. That's my rule of thumb of pinky whenever I'm keeping scraps, is if it's shorter than your pinky or not as wide as my pinky, that's when I get rid of it. Okay, let's see if that looks better to me. Oh, I like that. I like that. Now I've cut down all of this, and I'm not even going to use it, but I can use it in a future signature, so no worries. I might even come back to those and add something else to this one. So then I'm just going to go through and see if there's anything I want to move around. And I don't know, I'm not going to move that because it would be too much of the same color. But I think I am going to move this to back behind that. There. Okay. Yep, I like that. Okay, yes, I like how that looks. And I am ready to get my paper clips and get this held together so that I can sew it together. I'm going to put one there and whoop, one there. And then I'm going to press everything back. Might have to take off your paper clips to get everything pressed back to the spine. That's good, and that looks good. Now remember, messy, you want everything different sizes. Okay, I'm going to get my wax thread, and I'm wondering if I'm standing up, so if my volume's different. Yep. I think I'm going to use white wax thread And I will put some type of trim in the middle. Y'all know I love me some trim. And let's go with a wide piece. I haven't done one this wide ever, I don't think. So that's some wide trim that I got from Temu that I'm going to sew into the middle of this. I'm going to get my awl, and I'm not too worried about where the holes go. I'm not going to measure. Just going to put 3 in and do the 3-hole binding method that I always do. I have done 5 in the past, and it's just overkill, really, in my opinion. That's why I just always go with the 3-hole binding method. And then I'm going to sew it in. If you already know how to do this, you are a perfect expert, no worries. You can fast forward. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Okay, I'm going to push through. Leave myself some to tie my bow with later. And then go through there. Hopefully it comes through the middle, and that one did. I've got a little gnat that's really loving the smell of something in here, so it's come to visit. I've had quite a few little fruit flies lately, and I have noticed that I have more now since I have more houseplants. So I'm guessing that is the reason, because we've never really had a problem with fruit flies or gnats until I got my houseplants. I may have had one houseplant in the past, nothing major. But now I have, oh, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8. But I am good. I'm not going to say I'm an expert. I'm not. I am good with plants, and the many funerals that we have attended lately in the South, instead of regular old flower arrangements, a lot of the time at a funeral you will receive, the family will receive house plants or potted plants of some kind, and we have gotten an abundance of them lately. Whoop, I need to press down my double knot. And so most of them came to me because in my family I'm about the only one that can keep them going. And I love them, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the little gnats. So I saw a commercial the other day for this stuff, I think it's Ziva or something like that, as far as like a plug-in that's got a little thing that catches the little tiny, yeah. So I'm thinking I'm going to get on the Zon and find one of those. Oh yeah, I like that sticking out like that. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a, yep, kind of banner tail on it. Anyway, I think I'm going to go on the Zon and find me one of those so I can get rid of some of the little gnats, because I don't enjoy that. And we keep a clean house, so it's not that. Aaron Jonas makes sure that we keep a clean house. Okay, so I have my signature made. I'll flip through this real quickly for you so you can see everything in there. Look at that, Mama's handwriting right there. And Miss Estelle, you're going to be in this journal because it's your name she wrote. So I have a lot of white pages right through here that I'll be covering up and, you know, doing something with. Okay, so that is the signature front to back that I've put together. And then that was day one, my signature. I made that my day one project. For day two, expand, and I put longer paper with a tuck. So I don't think I'm going to do anything to the outside of that since it's so pretty. I might stamp one little thing on there or something later, but I think I'm will leave that as is. And I do believe I will make my expansion right here. So I'm going to get a smaller piece of paper of some kind to kind of mat onto that and then have it as a little flip out. So I'm going to expand there. Okay, I have a longer piece of mulberry paper that I've just folded in half. A little tag here, and then this little scrap piece here that I think I'm going to mount on the back of that paper. And then I'm going to glue this down to that paper also, and maybe put the tag about here, and then fold that up, and that will have a little fold out on it, and we'll put a tuck on maybe that piece. But then when you fold it up, see, you've got a little, kind of like a little tab right there that goes out, extends out. I like that. So let's use that. I'm thinking the drawing paper I might use as the little tuck piece. Maybe there. Oh, I like that. So let's go ahead and trim this drawing paper to the size I want it. Yep, I like that. Let's ink that little piece and go ahead and add it to the mulberry paper. Get my glue. And I'm just going to put just the least amount of little glue, just enough for it to hold and be able to keep something in it. Doesn't matter what. Just going to keep a little something in it. Put a little bit of glue on the back side of the mulberry paper there. Add that to that little piece. I like the torn edge hanging over that side. Then I'm going to glue this down. That's the thing I like about prompts. You're not just going through your journal willy-nilly and wondering what in the world you're going to add. You've got an idea because of the prompts that you've been given. And I mean, you can go with the prompt, or you can think way outside the box and go, you know, totally off the wall with something else. Whatever you want to do. Okay, I'm going to put the tag there. I've got my little tuck here. And I'm thinking, look here, I might have just a look. Already got a little something to put in there. Put that little ticket there. This was from some of the Rach and Bella digitals that I had left over from our collab last month. Okay, and then fold that up, and you've got your expand part, and this would be great for just journaling. You've got your tuck there. You could do some journaling there. We might need to add something here, but I like how that has a little tab out here, and I think I might add this little ticket onto the edge here, and that holds that down too. I like that. Messy May. Doesn't matter if it matchy. You do you. Okay. I like that. I might even add a little word sticker right there. I think it just calls for it. Be you bravely. Certainly. Cute. Alright, so then when you flip it open, you have that there. I like that. And yeah, I believe this needs a little something something, don't it? That's too matchy-matchy, I do believe. Let's add this little Tim Holtz piece. That was just in my scrap pile. I think I'll ink. And this is just going to be a little background. We're going to add this little vellum floral piece on top of it. That'll give a little bit of heaviness to that mulberry paper so that it will stay. And then let's add that there. Okay, there is our first prompt done. I love it. And once that glue dries, I think some of that'll, you know, disappear, but I don't care if it does or not. Day 3 is a brain dump. And I'm thinking that I'm going to do a little decoration here and then have me a list of some kind for future ideas that I want to add to my journals. I think. Ooh, look at that, how pretty. I could do that. It does match, I don't care. The butterflies go sideways, I don't care about that either. Yep, let's go ahead and put this down here. This is glossy, so it's not gonna hold a lot of ink, but I will just kind of messy dirty that up a little bit with some ink. Put some glue down, and then I will use my Sharpie S-Gel pen to write. That's my S-Gel. Brain dump future ideas. And then later I can fill in that list there. So that's the third. Yep, that one was easy. Let's add a little decoration of some kind here. Get some of my thread here. When you close this up, if I do some thread right here, it's going to show when I close that up. I like that. So we can get some of this and add a piece right there. So see what I'm saying? If I close this up, you'll be able to see that thread there. I'll move it up some. I like that idea. So we're just doing a decoration for the front side of our brain dump page. And I think I will cut out one of these butterflies from Dark Manor. I have this freebie along with a music page on my Buy Me a Coffee website if anybody is interested in that. And I really like that magenta color butterfly right there. So I think I will cut along that envelope and cut this out to add there. Okay, let's glue that down. And then all of its wing will not be glued down because it's going to hang over. Kind of re-wide that thread. And then I think I will find some type of little ticket or tag or something to go right under it. Okay, I really like that. I think this has got a little adhesive piece on the back of it. It does. I see it separating, so then I'll just use my fingernails to kind of pull that back. Okay, so this is kind of like washi. I like that. This also came from my Temu haul. And I think I will put Follow Your Heart on top of that. Cute. Okay, so that is my page 1 expand, or day 2 expand, and then your brain dump page. Number 4 is Joy. Oh, look at there. I got some ink on my glassine from the Sharpie S-Gel, and it's not doing like I want it. Look at there. I think I may have to put down some gesso on that and then right on top of the gesso because it's smearing. Anyway, I'll take care of that later. We can cover that up easily, no problem. Okay, for this page I'm going to do something that brings me joy, and that's florals, book pages, and splatter. Y'all know I love me some splatter. So I'll get those out in just a minute. My sprays, I have just torn this out of some designer paper I had in my scrap pile. Got 2 different pieces of book page, and I'm just going to dirty them up a little bit. I'm not going to ink all the way around them. And then I'm just going to put glue on the back sides of them and layer those up on this glassine bag that I'm going to use as a pocket. That's another thing that brings me joy, especially in my journals, is when I have pockets in my journals. Love me some pockets. I love when I can cover up something too, so that is that's another thing that brings me joy. I'll go around this. And add that on here. And I'm not caring if it's straight. I just want to make sure it doesn't get down into the fold of the page. And I'm good there. I'm going to get me some, I think I'm going to get some pink spray to splatter on that. Tattered Rose. I think I'll do that. And maybe some black. Let me see. I've got black soot somewhere. There it is. Now this is just the Distress spray. This is the Distress Oxide spray. So this will kind of sit on top. This one will, you know, go into it pretty good. I'm going to get a piece of paper and put it there, and then get another piece of paper that I don't really care about and put back behind here. Oh, let's do this. Let's do my idea pad. Let's do that. And then we'll do a few little splatters of the black. And I'm going to try not to get it on the glassine bag because it won't stick to the glassine bag. Do that. And then see how the black is already starting to just, you know, go right into the paper. This Oxide will sit on top for just a little bit. Okay. And then the Tattered Rose. A little bit more, I think. And for the sake of video, I will get my heat tool out and get this dried so we can move on. I also love, and it brings me joy, some antiqued splattered papers. So I'm going to add a few of these to the pocket here. Those are so cute. Oh, that one is very pretty. I think I might add that one to the back of that and decorate that up some. Let's do maybe 2 more pieces to put in the pocket. Oh, I like that. These are also, I think this was actually from Mom's haul on Temu, her Temu video. Oh, I like that one too. And I confiscated them. So I'm going to add these. Let's see how far down they will go. I think if I add them this way, oh yeah, that works. And that has me some journal papers, or if I want to tear them apart and use them as collage somewhere in the journal, I can. I like that. And yes, I think I'm going to add this one here. Let's ink the edges of it. And we can go ahead and decorate up the back side of this glassing pocket too. And butterflies bring me joy. Hey, I could stay on this prompt forever, y'all. So I've got this little butterfly ticket that I will add on to the bottom here. And another thing that brings me joy is writing. I love to write. I love to journal. I have so many journals I have written in over the years. I just can't keep up with them. But I do have a special place for all of them. And I'm going to hand letter the word joy there. And just bring it from the butterflies. I'm not going to press down too hard. I just tore it. And do that. And then I might shade in some of this. But I won't bore y'all with that. I will go ahead and fast forward through all this. Okay. And I added some little gold dots around the word there. Okay, so that takes care of prompt number 4. Now, prompt number 5 calls for the word elevate, and I put out beside it a multi-stacked pocket. So, elevating a pocket from just one little pocket to, let's do a stacked pocket. So, I do believe I will do that here. I don't want to go all the way out on that and make it too heavy, but I think I will put me a little stacked pocket there. For this page, I think I might put a little bit of lace over the outside edge of this just to dress it up, and I'll leave that for journal space. Oh, I really like that. That's one of my butterfly clusters, the long ones. I think I've changed my mind. I do believe that I will add that there, but I'm still going to put this fabric over the outside of this little piece like that, fold it over, and then have that piece there. So we'll still have the back side to do journaling on. It's all about what you want, y'all. Your prerogative. You add what you want to add. Okay, I'm going to put glue there. Now this is some cotton, so it's going to be a little harder to manipulate, but I wanted to strengthen up this page just a little bit. So I'm going to flip it over, get my paper back to add here, and then go on the back side. And then fold it over that way and get me a nice sturdy edge to this page. And I think I like this better for the back side than the front side. I like those notebook lines, so I think I'll leave that front alone and put this on the back side of this page. Alright, flip over. And then I'm going to use fabric glue just because it's a little bit bigger of a piece. And I want it on there good. And plus it's going up against trim on the edge. So just like that. And squish that fabric down. And then I'll get my messy rag and push down on that, and that should do it. So if I really wanted to think about it, I have elevated this little page, this little notebook page, I've elevated it quite a bit. So I've really done the prompt, but I do want to add some pockets here. And a stack pocket is totally easy to make. And I will just grab some of my scrap. I think the top pocket I want made like this, and I'm just going to cut me a few pages or a few pieces about the same size. And go about there. So that'll be my bottom little pocket there, and it can hold die cuts, little tags, whatever I want it to hold. And the other one I can make here. They don't have to be the same size, or you can cut them all the same size, doesn't matter. There's 2. Let's just go with 3. Get one more piece of paper right about here. Yep, I like that. I'm going to ink all these pieces, and then we'll start gluing and stacking. And then glue on 3 sides and get that top tier wherever you want it. And then next one, 3 sides. You can punch little thumb notches out on these if you want to, whatever you want to do. There's 2. So ideally you want them to dry before you start putting things in them, but I'll just show you. There's a little ticket, another little ticket there, another little ticket there. We can even add more if we want to, but that elevates our pocket ideas. There's a little tag there and gives you more options for pockets. So there's a 3-stack pocket there, very easy to make. And I think I want to add this little misfit of a wax seal that I made the other day. It goes really well with that. Not that I want it to be matchy-matchy, but it does go well with that. I think I'll add that there. Maybe put a little piece of trim of some kind, maybe some of the sari silk down the pocket there. I like that. Let's trim it down just a little bit though. And then we can put that underneath it. And I'll put a little bit of glue, fabric glue across there to hold down the sari silk. And then use the same fabric glue to press down my wax seal. Okay, so there's that page elevated and this page elevated with some stacked pocket. Cute. All right, we are getting right along, going right along, aren't we? Number 6. The 6th prompt is patchwork, and I think this is an ideal page for a patchwork idea. So I would do scraps and just add different squares of scrap all along this page. And then I can do just some hand-drawn stitching around all of them. I like that idea. So kind of like a collage page, but I want them to kind of line up. Okay, I think I'm going to put my paper back behind this because that butterfly piece is still not dry all the way. And I'm just going to start lining up some scrap pieces that are all about the same height, and fill this page up. I'm going to ink around every little piece, and when I get it glued down, I'll come back and show you how I'm going to stitch around each piece too. Okay, here's my little bits and pieces, and then I'm going to go around and make me some stitch marks around every little piece, and then we'll add something else like a die cut or something onto this page too. And let's look through this organic layers from Tim Holtz. I think I might can find something to add on to this page. Oh, I like that. And kind of add it back behind the little family piece. Yep, I like that. And I did think that that little word family that I've had in my stash for a long, long time goes right along with patchwork, because sometimes the family that you have is not all blood. I don't want to get too deep about all of that, but I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. I have plenty of people that I consider my family that is not blood related, and sometimes the family looks like a big old patchwork quilt. You're just patched in and out and all through every which way around when it comes to family. That's why I really like that page. Oh man, I really like that page. And I've left plenty of open space if I want to do just a little bit of one word or a couple of line journaling there. And I think I will add some kind of little die cut here on this postcard piece. I'm going to ink just the outside edge of this, and then put me something there, maybe one of these tickets. That's pretty, and it brings out some of those colors over there. I like that. Let's add that. Remember, I put plenty of pages in here, so I don't have to just make one prompt per page. I can do multiple. Some of them I could even do 3 pages if I wanted to, or a double layout. I really like that. And then maybe if I could find just a tiny little flower piece to put right there, like it looks like a little stamp. I like that idea. Ooh, I like that. And I will just ink the edges since it's got a lot of white around it. If you didn't want to ink your floral die cuts that have a wide white border, if you didn't want to ink them with brown, you could always ink them with like Tattered Rose or some other kind of pink color. That's cute. That finishes off that one nicely, and then we've got a space to write back here. I think I will put some lines. Let's go ahead and make us some lines back here, just for journaling and keeping with the Messy May. I am not going to put a ruler down or anything. Now I've got room to journal on the back there, and I can write along those lines. I like that. Okay, next prompt is garner, which means gather or collect. And I'm thinking that I will put a pocket here, and I'm going to put some type of something that I love tucked into that pocket, so we'll have multiple pieces. I really, really like this piece. This was just something that popped off of what a little cutoff I had. And I thought this would make a beautiful pocket. but I don't know if it's too wide for this. I think if I cut off just a tad more off the edge here, I might lose my tail, top tail of the L, but I'm okay with that. Let's see. Yes, that will fit now. And I think I'm going to leave it as is as far as how tall it is, but I am going to punch me a pretty deep notch in it and ink around it. It is glossy, so it's probably not going to hold all of the ink that I put on it, but I still want to ink some. And I'm going to glue on 3 sides. And place it on this book page. And just make sure that I'm not down into the fold there, because then you're going to get resistance whenever you close it up. And one of my very favorite things to collect, in paper crafting anyway, is tags. So I do believe I will put me a little collection of tags in that pocket. This one of those silhouette stamping tags I did. You are enough just as you are, and you certainly are. And I love that that sticks out above the actual page that it's going on. I'm good with that. I like that one because it goes along, the topper goes along with my colors there. And then I'll do a third one like that. And now I have garnered some tags to go in my little love pocket. So that's another thing. Garner, or how about collect love? That's a good thing to garner, don't y'all think? I like that. Very pretty. Okay, so for the back side here, I think I'm going to do a few splatters with the black soot. It'll soak in pretty quickly, just to give this page a little bit of something. Well, I like the look that that stick gives, so I think I'll just do that a couple of times. And then I'll add some of these floral die cuts to my stems I just made here. Ain't that a cute idea? Like there. And sorry for the crinkling for those that don't like that sound. And here. And one more. Probably need a small one. Ooh, I like that. That's different. It can go kind of back behind that one. And up above. Oh yeah, I like that. Pretty. Just a different way of decorating up a page that you might not be able to write on. And you know, book page, you can't write too much on those unless you cover them up. And this way you can still see the book page, but you've covered it slightly. Then I'll add just a few word labels. Embrace beautiful chaos, which that is that. It sums up that page quite well. Cultivate kindness. Don't forget to fly. That is pretty. Then I'm going to get my heat tool and get that ink dried. And this page that was about joy, I'm going to come back and put find joy in the ordinary. And put that there. Oh, I like that. I don't care that there's speckles that's come off of that onto that. I can write over the top of that. No problem. Okay. Pretty. Okay, that takes care of prompt 7 garner, and that is what we are going to cover in this video, this episode of Get Messy May. And I will be sharing these pictures of what we have completed over on my Instagram also. And this is day 1 through 7, and then we will do day 8 through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 through 14 in the next video that we do for Get Messy May. But I hope you're enjoying this. I sure am, and I cannot wait till we get to day 22 and get to the cover. That's going to be so fun to make for this messy journal, this messy glue book, whatever we're wanting to call it. But next time we will cover, and I don't know how to say that word, alchemy, whatever, science, space, stars, astrology, that kind of stuff. We'll cover that. 9 is layers, which should be really easy. 10 is time, and I've put clock stencil out here so we could use our clock stencil in there somewhere. 11 is notice, and I'm thinking a shipping tag, like you're getting a notice that you're shipping whatever you ordered is coming in. I want to use that on that day. 12 and my birthday, May 12th, is renewal, and I've already told you I wanted to add some florals onto that, which I just did here, but we'll get to that on prompt 12. Serendipity just makes me happy, and I'm thinking I want to add something to go along with books on that page because I love reading. And then 14 is let go, and I put in parentheses beside let go of perfection. Let go of perfection. I love that, and we'll have some kind of journaling space there, and I think I will actually write that on that page, and that'll be for prompt 14. So anyway, that's what we're starting off with. I hope you're enjoying this, and I hope you stick with me through the whole series for Get Messy May, and I can't wait to do the final flip through and show y'all everything. God bless. See you in the next video. Bye, y'all.